and his previous job included crane operator and being sign writing trade. And Shane's burning desire is to travel around Australia with his wife. And Shane, if you could let us know something that nobody knows about you, please. Thanks, Bill. If this works, something people don't know about me. Not that I'm a netballer, but I don't know if anyone in the room does play netball. But this is a photo I took yesterday. This is Belmont. If you go to all the courts around Newcastle, they're all black tar. Anyway, back in the day, my nan actually started Belmont Netball. And when my pop passed away 10 or so years ago, he left money and repurposed the whole Belmont courts green because it's a colour. So, yeah. So I'm not a netballer, but I look good. Oh yeah, it's me and my kids. They're grown up. Righto. What is? So last time I done a presentation, I talked about handover reports and brand new homes and things like that, and the importance of that. So today I'm just going to do just go through defects that I find in everyday jobs of just normal houses. I'm sure Nathan would understand this, and a few others in the room, Pete too. When you're selling a property, these guys want to know what's actually wrong with it. They don't want to have any dirty surprises come along halfway through the process or anything like that. So while there's a inkling out there in the society that the real estate agents actually like poor reports, so that it's easier for the house to be sold, it's not the case at all. 95% of the agents that I deal with, they would rather know straight up from the start. So yeah, we specialise in building inspections, pest inspections, handover reports, depreciation inspections, and we were established in 2019 for 2 years of really fun during COVID, especially when you couldn't go in people's houses. So service is our main thing. That's what we communicate with most agents. That's where we're different to other people. Believe it or not, there are still inspectors out there who won't talk through a report. I don't understand that, but that's the feedback that we get as a business. Our care factor is our main thing. Like Bill said prior, I try and treat every client like they're my mum and dad. I think that's the only way to go. Our customer service is high, comprehensive reports, and we're committed to doing that every job, every time. So I'm just going to go through different areas of the house where we find defects. So I think from memory we start on the outside. So I have a pattern when I turn up to a house to inspect. First of all, I obviously introduce and have a communication with the homeowner or the tenant. Then I do the boundaries, the exterior of the home itself, garages, things like that. Then I go into internal inside, then I go into the roof and the subfloor. That's done in a pattern way every single time, so that I know where I'm going and I don't miss areas. Because as you can imagine, there are a lot of hidden areas. Off your track, you will tend to forget stuff or miss areas. So we'll start on the outside. Fencing. So these just look like normal issues. Obviously, the fence is deteriorated. The thing is, a lot of the time when I'm doing a report, especially in this situation here, there's things that Grant would be able to fix up that would stop this happening. A lot of time people have garages with downpipes that are just basically running straight on the ground. You catch as much water as you can off the top of your garage and pump the water out of that against your fence for 10 years. there's any wonder that the fence posts are going to rot out and collapse like they do around a lot of properties. Exteriors on homes, these ones are quite easy to see what's going on there. Falau would be able to back me up that they just haven't been maintained. The stand painting crew would get in and fix that without too much issues at all. Best in the business. While we're on exterior walls, so this is a brick home I did at Mayfield a couple of weeks ago. This obviously hasn't been maintained. It is a very old home. It was built circa 1910. So there was a lot of issues from slab to interior walls, exterior walls. It's more than likely going to be a demolition job. While we're on external walls, so this is external and internal. This is a property on Pacific Highway at Belmont that a guy has been renting out and leasing to a friend of mine. He was only storing his mowing gear in this part of the workshop. But the reason my mate got me in to have a look at it was because he'd actually moved a family into the upstairs area of this building that should have been condemned anyway. I obviously recommended that they have an engineer come in and look at the crack work. So that is the external, and that's actually double brick cavity. That's how bad that place is, and you can see by the step outs in the brickwork those walls have actually moved. And this here is actually the storeroom or bathroom where they put two kids that is literally asbestos just filling with the ceilings. So by doing that report, I was able to get them all out of that lease contract, which was a commercial contract. Boys would know more about that sort of stuff, but yeah. Internal garages. So this one's just a slope block. They should have had Grant in prior to building this one and done some proper plumbing. It's quite easy to see what's happening here. The slope block, they've cut it out and built a garage on the side of the slope. Don't have proper plumbing. They've got some really cool greenery growing on the inside of the garage there. Believe it or not, this guy that was selling his house he's probably about 80-year-old, and he said he's not sure why that it's only just started to happen since he was selling the house. He never had water in there before. This is the same similar type thing. Internal of a garage. This is a slope block as well. The problem with getting water into a garage or behind walls, and you'll see when I get further into it with subfloors, having water in a subfloor, whether it's a slab or piered place, is where you can start to have issues. Your water rises through your walls, through your buildings. It's where you can see here that literally this floor is it's just deteriorated through moisture and through the issues that it's had with that. Everybody's favourite, the old termites. Touch wood, I haven't seen any lately. This photo here is actually it's probably renting at the moment. That tree is about 3 metres from the front door. It's been like that for the 18 months I've been there. I have told the agent that's looking after it. The agent said it's not their issue and that they're not going to do anything about it. So that just gives you a bit of an idea. So when you see tracks, when you hear about mud tracks that they make, termites, if it's into a brick wall or a wall inside, they'll actually make a track. They'll make tracks around the brick wall. They'll actually make that little track through there, and then they'll mud that over, so because they don't like sunlight. So that's why they're all coming out of there when I've poked it. This one here is a property over at Marmon Point. I I went in to do a report for somebody that the house already had a report done. No termites were found. Anyway, I did this report, and that was at the back steps of the house, so an actual proper nest. Internal walls. You'll see in these photos a lot of the issues with cracking around windows, door frame, things like that. That's where the weak points are in your house. Bathroom fun. This is where you're going to cause issues. A lot of people work in their bathrooms, floor-wise. All it's going to cause is water issues going through floors, and we all know where that ends up with a new bathroom. These are just some that I've seen recently of people doing their own bathrooms. This is why you get professionals.
We can do that as well.
Roof void. Oops. Go back. So this is the same. This is the roof. It is just basically the roof tiles they're deteriorating. They're literally, you can pull them apart in your hands. They're that old. They've done their job. They've been there a long time. My favourite part of roof voids, when you walk through a roof and go through that sort of stuff. Subfloor is my favourite part of the house. These are some doozies of people's homemade piers that I've picked up recently. Believe it or not, it's quite common to see this under houses. I'd rather have those piers than this issue. So this house actually is a builder bought this house. He only got me to do a pest report because he said that the house was fine. This is in his garage above where he parked the car. A brand new ensuite that was there not even 12 months, and he thought that house was fine. It's getting ripped out as we speak. This is my real favourite part of subfloors, especially earlier last year when we had rain for what seemed like 2 years. Over here on your left is just a hot water service that's leaked for quite a while. Ended up having frogs living in that. This one here is just a drainage issue. These are my favourite things about subfloors. This was actually put up in a subfloor where I had actually climbed through with a torch. It is a rubber snake, but when you've got a torch on that and you're under this high, it doesn't feel that way. Here, this is a hole I found under a house up at Booral. Little did they know, this was literally under the back door, about 2 metres in from the back door. That's a wombat. They've been living there for 18 years and they had a wombat living under their house. And have never seen it and never knew about it. And they rang the old people who owned the place, because it was a family friend, and they knew it was there prior to them, so it had been there the whole time. Some homeowner fixes. This is why you get professionals in. So this is just obviously some pools. This is a garage outside, and they're try and fix that. You see heaps of funny stuff like that. Anyway, so I think that's it. But no, yeah, that's it. Purchase and cosmetic. Should have been no, yeah. Thanks.